What if the thing you throw away today is the very thing that could change your life tomorrow? This is the story of a poor boy, a broken violin, and how kindness turned a forgotten child into someone the world would never forget. In the busy streets of New York, a young boy named Ethan used to sit on the sidewalk every evening. His shoes were torn, his clothes faded, and in his hands he held an old violin, cracked, scratched, and almost silent. Passers-by laughed. "That thing can't even play." Others ignored him completely. But Ethan would whisper to himself, one day they'll listen." One rainy night, Ethan tried to play under a street lamp. His notes were weak, his fingers cold. People walked past without caring. But then, an old man in a long coat stopped. His name was Mr. Harrison, once a great music teacher. He watched Ethan struggle, then bent down and said, "Son, your violin may be broken, but your soul isn't." He handed Ethan $5 and whispered, "Never stop playing." That small act lit a fire in Ethan's heart. For weeks, Ethan practiced day and night. He fixed the violin with tape, tightened the strings again and again, until music finally returned, not perfect, but pure. Kids in the neighborhood started gathering to listen. Some even dropped coins. For the first time, Ethan felt seen. But his dream was bigger. He wanted to play on a real stage. Months later, the city held a talent show. Ethan signed up. The judges laughed when they saw his broken violin. "Are you serious? That thing belongs in the trash," one of them said. But Ethan just smiled nervously. When he started playing, the room fell silent. The broken violin cried out melodies of struggle, hope, and survival. By the time he finished, the entire hall was on its feet. People clapped, cried, and cheered. Ethan won first prize. Years passed. Ethan grew into a world-class violinist, performing in London, New York, and Paris. But he never forgot the rainy night when a stranger believed in him. In every concert, he carried that same broken violin. Not as an instrument, but as a reminder. Kindness gave me music. Kindness gave me life. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess who had everything she could ever want. She had a loving family, a beautiful castle, and all the riches one could desire. Yet she was sad. No matter what, she couldn't shake this feeling inside her heart. One day, she looked at her reflection in the mirror and asked herself, "Who am I?" So the princess decided to leave the castle and see the world. She wanted to find out who she was and why she felt so empty. The princess put on simple clothes and went out into the world. At first, she was scared. But as she walked, she met all kinds of people. She helped a farmer plant crops. She sang with a group of children. She talked with an old woman who had seen many things in her life. The princess learned that true happiness didn't come from having everything you wanted. It came from being kind, helping others, and experiencing life. She realized that she didn't need to be a princess to be important. She could make a difference in the world just by being a good person. Finally, the princess understood. She wasn't just a princess. She was a friend, a helper, and most importantly, she was kind. And that's what made her truly happy. The Princess and the Pauper teaches us. True happiness doesn't come from riches or status. It comes from kindness and helping others. Sometimes we need to leave our comfort zone to discover who we are and what makes us happy. And no matter who we are, we can always choose to be kind. And that's what will make us truly rich. If you liked this story, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more adventures. Also, check out these awesome stories. Until next time, remember, kindness doesn't cost a thing, but it can create a masterpiece. Once upon a time, in a bustling city neighborhood in London, there lived a hard-working single mother and her teenage son, Liam. Life wasn't easy, but they had each other. However, Liam wasn't your typical teenager. He spent more time on his phone than with his studies. He skipped school, got poor grades, and never offered a helping hand at home. His mother worried constantly. She tried talking to Liam about his future, but he just shrugged off her concerns. "I have plenty of time," he would say. One day, Mrs. Thompson decided she'd had enough. "You may think you have time, Liam," she said, "but trust me, it slips away faster than you can imagine." She wanted to teach him a lesson, so she sent him to the local market to buy some bread and milk. "Don't come back without them both," she instructed. But Liam was bored. As he waited in line, he started playing a shooting game on his phone. Suddenly, he heard a loud crash. Startled, he looked up to see a woman in front of him drop all the oranges she had collected. Without hesitation, Liam dropped his phone and rushed to help her. Together, they picked up the oranges. The woman smiled and thanked him. "It's okay," he said, blushing. "I got distracted." She patted his hand and said, "That's all right, we all do. Just don't let it become a habit." Liam nodded, realizing his mother was right. He continued his shopping, but now with more awareness. He bought the bread and milk and hurried home. On the way, he passed a park where he used to play as a child. He sat on a nearby bench, thinking about the encounter. That's when he noticed a small, unassuming shop tucked away at the end of the park. It looked like an antique store filled with all kinds of clocks. Intrigued, Liam walked in. Inside, hundreds of clocks of different sizes ticked in harmony, creating a soothing atmosphere. Behind the counter was a man about 70 years old with twinkling eyes and a warm smile. "Welcome to my humble shop," he said. "What brings you here?" Liam explained. He was just exploring, and the old man nodded knowingly. "Well, you found the right place if you're looking for time." Confused, Liam asked what he meant. The old man gestured towards the clocks. Each one tells a different story. They measure not just hours and minutes, but also lives. Liam didn't understand, but before he could ask more questions, the old man handed him a silver pocket watch and said, "This one is yours." Liam took the watch. It was heavier than he expected. He opened it and gasped. The hands were spinning incredibly fast. "What's wrong with it?" he asked. The old man looked into his eyes and said softly, "The hands move fast when we waste our time. Slow when we use it wisely. You seem like a good boy, Liam, but I sense a danger in you. You're wasting your precious time and you don't even realize it. If you don't change your ways, you'll live a life full of regrets." With that, he handed Liam the pocket watch and told him to return when he understood its meaning. Overwhelmed, Liam left the shop. He thought about the old man's words. Could his life really be in danger? Determined to find out, he kept the pocket watch with him and went about his daily routine. To his surprise, he found himself caring about the old man's warning, and the watch seemed to be ticking faster than usual. This feeling spurred him to make changes. He began studying harder, helping his mother more often, and spending less time on his phone. Slowly, the ticking of the pocket watch began to calm down. Over the next few weeks, Liam worked hard to improve himself. His grades rose, his relationship with his mother improved, and he even made new friends. As he did, he noticed the hands of the pocket watch were moving at a steady, peaceful pace. One day, he went back to the shop, but the door was locked. A handwritten note on the door read, "Closed for now." Disappointed, Liam turned to leave. That's when he noticed a small clock on top of the counter, right above the door. He looked at the clock face and gasped. It showed that it was exactly 12 o'clock. Looking at his phone, he saw it was 3 p.m. It had been 3 hours since he'd entered the shop. How could that be? As he pondered this, he heard the familiar tinkling of the bell above the door, and there he saw the old man smiling warmly. "You found your answer, Liam," he said. "The real secret of time is not measured in seconds, minutes, or hours. It's measured in moments, moments of kindness, learning, love, and doing good. These are the moments that matter." Liam understood. He'd spent so much time worrying about losing his life that he hadn't been living it. He thanked the old man, took the pocket watch, and left the shop, his heart filled with gratitude. From that day on, Liam lived his life differently. He cherished every moment, making sure to fill it with purpose and kindness. He learned that time isn't just about numbers on a clock. It's about how you choose to live.